Yeah, Oakland's loud. My memory I have is me and Rick sitting right next to each other in the bullpen, and we got to talk to each other. I got to yell in his ear. The fans are right behind us, and they don't want to lose the whole game. The count could be 2-0, like just 1 out in the game. Just not a very intense moment, but they're still getting loud. So, it was definitely a fun atmosphere playing.
And you were hearing just about all of them.
Yeah, they're pretty vulgar. They're not nice to us.
Just real quickly, some of the guys who played in the Major League Jonesing, just some of your places that you either not like visiting or were intense, like Max said.
So,
Yeah.
I never cared for playing in Boston myself. I know it has a lot of tradition, and Fenway Park has been there forever, but it's the same type of situation, very small clubhouse, very hostile fans.
And you've been in enough bullpens to know some of those bullpens with the fans right on top of it. And you remember you telling me Seattle for a long time was a terrible bullpen.
Yeah, Seattle was very difficult because the fans were about 2 feet away from the pitchers when they warm up. And needless to say, they let the guys have it. But it was a good situation and a bad situation for some of our guys. But they put a bar up there now, and they moved the fans back, so it's a lot better environment out there.
Let's pass the mic up to Mick, and we'll get his quick view because he's a bullpen catcher. He's been in a few bullpens. Mick, just some of your thoughts on favorite ballparks and or the opposite end, as the question was asked, that you might not enjoy visiting as much.
Well, I would think as a visitor to Philadelphia, that upper bullpen gets pretty nasty. I was in the 9 years, I was in the lower bullpen. I was glad I was in the lower. There's some nice places around. Florida Marlins, the old park is a tough place because it puts you to sleep with no fans in it. So you like to have. It's better to have a lot of people because you can't really pick out the ones that are on you. Yeah. So I would be a house painter if I wasn't Mr. Dombrowski to give me a 2-year deal. Thanks.
Ready question? Another question from the audience? We have a microphone in the back and one on the side here. If you have a question, raise your hand if you do.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. All right. Question right here.
What's your favorite hobby outside of baseball? Fishing, hunting, anything?
Favorite hobby outside of baseball? Let's pass the mic to some of the coaches going across the front. Darnell, we'll start with you.
I love fishing. Fishing's a lot of fun because you get out there with your buddies and then you kind of tell the stories of what went on during the off season or some things that went on, during the season. Plus, when you have grandkids, because I've got 3, I've got 2 granddaughters and 1 grandson, so you're always telling stories about them. So, an occasional golf with your buddies, because then, they're trying to take the little money that they lost from you earlier in the year. So, other than that, just trying to have fun and enjoy the off season. Because again, coming into a season like this where you get an opportunity to contend for a championship is always special. So you always want to make sure that you put your best foot forward and give the players all they need to be successful.
Dave Clark.
Well, I do like to golf, but I haven't been able to golf in about 3 or 4 months because of this thing. But it's one of my favorite sports. I get out with some of my buddies and, we rag each other, we yell at each other about the shots, and there's a little bit of cheating going on as well, so it makes it a lot of fun.
Let's go to the back row here. Steve, just some of the things you like to do when you're away from baseball.
I'd probably say it's kind of a dream hobby, but it would be going skiing in the winter, but obviously that's probably not a smart idea. So if there were no injuries, I'd probably go every winter, but obviously I don't. Other than that, probably fishing or hanging out with buddies.
All right, you guys have one more to the right.
For me, I just like going golfing as well, and then I just recently got into bow hunting and been shooting that thing for a little while. I haven't taken anything down yet, but I'm starting to get a hang of that thing.
And Hernan, what do you like to do in the off season?
I will play golf. In Venezuela, we don't have that, but when I'm here in the United States,
taking it up?
Yeah, I will play golf.
You getting good?
A little bit.
I want to ask, we do new coaches, as I mentioned. I want to ask just